You will now learn about debugging. The first computers were large machines full of lamps and switches. One fine day, a bug found its way into one of the first computers, crossed some electrical contacts, caused a short circuit, was fried by the electrical current going through it, and broke the computer. The repair team found the bug, removed it, restarted the computer, and wrote in the repair log that the computer had been debugged. In modern times, if we write a program with errors, then we say that our program has bugs. When we fix these errors, we say that we are debugging the program. The VBA development environment has a built-in debugger to help you debug your code. Although this program variables works fine, we are still going to learn about debugging. Firstly, you will learn how to add a watch. A watch should not be thought of in terms of a wristwatch. A watch is something that watches the values of the variables that you specify for it to watch. So let's do an example. Click on the debug menu. Click on Add Watch. Where it says expression, write Frank. As the program runs, this watch is going to watch the value of Frank. You can see down the bottom, our watch is here. The icon for a watch is a pair of glasses. Press debug again. Click on add watch again. This time type variable 2. In both cases, make sure that your watch type is set to watch expression. This is the default value, but just double check this. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to make sure that our cursor is inside the sub variables. Then we're going to the debug menu and we're going to click on step into. We are now going to go through our program line by line. The yellow highlighted line represents the line that we are about to run. We haven't just run it, but on the next step we will run it. So to run this line, again we click on debug and we click on step over. So we've just started the program and we are about to run this line. Again, click debug and click on step over. Now take a look at your watch for Frank. You can see that the value has changed to 55. And we are about to run this line. So again, click on debug and click on step over. Can you see that the value for variable 2 has been changed to 6.131567. These lines will then output these values to the spreadsheet. Instead of clicking on debug every time, we can just press Shift F8. So hold down the Shift key and press F8 and do that again and do that again. We have just run the program, but this time the difference is that we have run it by line. When we run the program line by line, any bugs or errors will become much easier to spot. The next thing that we're going to learn is we're going to learn how to set a breakpoint. A breakpoint will pause your program while it's running at whichever point you set the breakpoint. Again, this is another means to help you debug your program. The first thing that we will do is we will go back to our spreadsheet, clear these cells. In this pane here, click in this green box here. It's important that you get this brown dot in this left pane here, and this might be highlighted in brown, but if you browse away, it's important that you get this brown dot. On some machines, under some configurations, this might not be highlighted. Let's run the program now. The program has run all the way up to here and paused here. So if we go to our spreadsheet, its output 55, the value at franc. So it's run this line. These variables that are all set, but it stopped just before running this line. To continue running the program, we click here again, remove the breakpoint, and press play to finish running the program. This is another feature of the debugger. As your program becomes longer and more complicated, this will be something that will help you debug your program. The rest of this exercise requires you to store the number 7 into a variable and output it here. And the next part of the exercise requires you to store yo 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 into a variable and output it here. I will not be showing you exactly how to do this. You will have to use the skills that you learned while watching this video to do it yourself. This exercise is similar, but these values for the close price and the return, you must read from the spreadsheet. You must store it into a variable, and then you must output it into the spreadsheet. I will show you the example of one, and then you will do the rest yourself for homework. Writing a new sub BHP price. So I will run this program, and we have copied this price. The rest of this you will have to do for homework using the skills that you learned in this video. Do this now.